There will be a few materials that we'll be needing for today. I'm using this Jody Long Coastline yarn. It is a Italian cotton and linen blend in the color Beach Hut. This is a 4-weight yarn, I do believe, so any 4-weight yarn will be a good substitute. You can do this in cotton or acrylic. Now I have 218 yards here and I use just about all of it for the kid size. If you want to try to make this in an adult size, I would say get 2 of these things of yarn. Now the hook size I will be using is a G 4mm crochet hook. I am using a clover. You can check the description box down below. I will have links for all of these products, except for the stitch marker. This is a stitch marker that I made, but you will need one of those. You will also need a pair of scissors to clip your ends at the very end. Tapestry needle will also be needed to sew in your ends at the very end of the project. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, to start this pattern out, I like to do the magic ring or magic loop. Now, if you do not know how to do this, I do have a link, a little video, if you click right above here that you can do, or you can chain 4 and then connect to your first chain to create a ring. Now, what we want to do is chain up 1. Now, this will not count as a stitch, and we are going to place 8 half double crochets into our ring. So we're going to yarn over, go into the loop, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 that are on our hook. Okay, so there's 1. Now we want a total of 8 half double crochets into our ring. So there's 2, 3. Go ahead and make 8 and meet me back at this video. Now that we have our 8 stitches, we're going to pull our ring tight if you did the magic loop like I did. And to start round 2, we are simply going to place a half double crochet onto our first half double crochet. So not the chains, just the half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So you want to place your stitch marker into this very first one that we did. Now we will work in the round for part of this, and then part of this we will actually switch it up. Now for round 2 we are doing an increase row, so we will actually place another half double crochet back into that same space that we just worked our first one. And we're going to continue to do this all the way around. We will place 2 double crochets into every single stitch. So go ahead and do that and meet me back at this video. At the end of this row, you will have a total of 16 half double crochets, so just 2 into every single stitch. Moving on to round 3, it will be another increase row, but into the first stitch right here, we are going to place 1 half double crochet. Always remember to put your stitch marker back into your first stitch. Now into the next stitch is where we will place 2 double crochets. So we're just going to do a standard increase. If you are new to crocheting, do not worry, I will take you through all these increase rows. If not, go ahead, you can skip to, further ahead if you'd like. Now into the next one, we will place 1 half double crochet. And then into the following stitch, there will be 2 double crochets into the same space. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog snoring next to me. Wake up. Okay, so now into the next stitch, we will place 1 half double crochet. Into the following, we will place 2 half double crochets. So continue to do that all the way around and meet me back here. For the next round, we have 1, 2, 3, and we're moving on to round 4. We will place 1 half double crochet into our first stitch. Again, always remember to replace your stitch marker. And then into the next stitch, we will place 1 half double crochet. And then into the next stitch is where we will place 2 half double crochets. There is 1, my yarn got caught, and then we will place 1 more back into that same space. And then you're going to continue to do that all the way around for row 4. You'll do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Go ahead and do that and meet me back here for round 5. Now round 5 is also an increased row, so into the first stitch you will place 1 half double crochet, into the second stitch you will place 1 half double crochet, into the third stitch you will place 1 half double crochet, and then into the fourth stitch, and you can see this is where our previous 2 were at, you will place 2 half double crochets for your increase. Now this is round 5. We're going to have a total of 12 rounds of increase. So rows 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, we will be doing increases. So go ahead and take a look here and kind of familiarize yourself with that. You can pause the video, take a screenshot so you know how many increases. When we get done, I'll meet you back at row 12 so you know how many stitches will be in between. Now moving on to row 13, it is going to be a little bit different because we are going to work into the back loop only. So if you see here, we have 2 little loops, one here and one here. And typically we just go in the middle or right underneath. But for this, we're going to do our half double crochets into the back loop only. So just this little one right here. So we're going to insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now at this point, you do want to replace your stitch marker. And now we will be working into the back loop only for every single stitch in this round. So a really easy row, we will not be doing any increases in this row. So you simply want to do that all the way around for row 13, and I will meet you guys back here at our stitch marker. This is what it should be looking like so far. Now we are going to start working the side of our hat. So we will be working into both loops now, and we are going to do a total of 13 rows. So yarn over, go through both of your loops, do a standard half double crochet and replace your stitch marker. And then for this row and for the next 13 rows, we are going to be placing half double crochets into both loops. No increases, nothing else, just simply half double crochets. So for the next 13 rows, go ahead and do this, and I will meet you back here and we will finish up the brim of our hat, and then we will be all done. And this is what your hat should be looking like once you have your 13 rows done. Now moving on to the first row of the brim, we can actually get rid of our stitch marker, so go ahead and take that out of your first stitch. We are going to be changing it up just a little bit for the next 3 rows. So what we want to do is into our first stitch, we are actually just going to place a slip stitch just like that. Now we will chain up 1, and we are going to place 1 half double crochet right back into that same space. Now the chain does not count as a stitch in these rows, so that half double crochet will count as our first stitch. Now into the next stitch, we will place 1 half double crochet, and then into the following stitch is where we will be doing our increase. So we are going to place 2 double crochets into that space right here. So there's 1 and here's 2. Now into the following 2 stitches, we will place 1 half double crochet into each one of those stitches. So there is 1, into the next stitch there is 2, and right here we will place 2 double crochets in, or excuse me, 2 half double crochets into the same space. And that's going to be our repeat for this whole row. You will go ahead and do this, I'll have it written on the screen right here, until you get back to the first stitch. Moving on to row 2 of the brim, we just finished with our increase right here. You'll notice that it looks like what is a stitch right here. It's actually not. That's going to be our slip stitch. So we're going to skip over that, and we are going to slip stitch right to the top of our first half double crochet right here. So we're going to pull our yarn straight through. we will chain up 1 and make another half double crochet back into that same spot. Now into the next space we will place 1 half double crochet. Into the following space we will place a half double crochet, and then right here where you see we did our last increase, you'll see those 2 stitches. We are going to place 2 half double crochets back into that same space. So there's 1, here is 2, and we're going to repeat that. So we'll do 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, a half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets right here into the 4th stitch. I'll have it written out right here on the screen, so go ahead and do that for row 2 of the brim, and I will meet you back here. Now for the last round of this pattern, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to slip stitch into our first stitch, chain up 1. We will then, and there you have it, a super cute, easy bucket hat that can fit most kids 8 to young adults. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this pattern, if it was easy to follow along, and if there's anything else you would like to see me make. I will see you guys all next time for another yarn video.